What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, Mr. Whaatwaa. Today. Hey, yo, skirt, man. Check this out, yo. We got a video today. It's called, They Say You Don't Have to Wear the Hype. Oh, you don't have to wear the hijab. Oh, man, we're about to get into it now. Remember, this is your first time on the channel. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe and join the Whaatwaa family. We are literally the latest family on YouTube, and that's a fact. Now, also, before we get started, put a like on this video. Remember, if you got a video you want me to react to, get down in the comment section and let me know, and I will get to it, man. Let's go ahead and get into this reaction, man. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
The verses of hijab were revealed Dhul Qa'dah of the 4th year of the Hijrah, right? And I mentioned when I teach the class about the fiqh of clothing and the fiqh of food, I mentioned that the verses of hijab were of the last commandments to be revealed after salah, after zakah, after inheritance, after fasting Ramadan, after zakatul fitr, right? After marriage and divorce, which is in Baqarah. The verses of hijab were of the very last commandments to be revealed in terms of the personal dietary laws and whatnot, right? No doubt hijab is important, but I point out that I think many of us have made hijab even more important than the salah. It's like we immediately decide instantaneously based on the hijab. And no doubt hijab is important, but put it in its place. It was revealed at the end of the 4th year, not at the beginning of the 1st year like the salah or something. Okay? Actually the salah was pre-hijrah, excuse me. The zakah was the beginning of the 1st year and all that. And nonetheless, so now the hijab of the Prophet ﷺ's wives was extra. The hijab of the Prophet ﷺ's wives was extra. And the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, they had to be covered not just in their personal body, but their space as well had to be covered. And this was only for the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, and this is explicit in the Quran. Explicit in the Quran. The Quran says, وَإِذَا سَأَلْتُمُوهُنَّ مَتَاعًا فَاسْأَلُوهُنَّ مِنْ وَرَاءِ حِجَابٍ. If you ask the wives of the Prophet ﷺ for anything, if you talk to them, speak to them from behind a hijab. And this is what Aisha is saying, that this incident of Muraysi' took place after the verses of hijab. The term hijab in the Quran, I'm going into a tangent here, but it's something we should know, it's very important. The term hijab in the Quran does not mean headscarf. In our vernacular, it means a headscarf. We say, does she wear hijab? I started wearing the hijab, means the headscarf. This is modern Arabic, which is fine, not a problem. Quranic Arabic, the hijab meant a physical curtain that separates the entire body, not just on your body. It's a curtain between you and the speaker. This is the Quranic usage of hijab. And this usage of hijab, according to the Quran, only the wives of the Prophet ﷺ have to enforce that type of hijab. As for the headscarf, the Quran references this with the term khimar. With the term khimar. وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَى جُيُوبِهِنَّ. Let them wear their khimar, khumur, plural of khimar, over their juyub, which is their bosoms. Their scarves should cover their chests as well. Because the women of Jahiliyyah, by the way, they would wear headscarves, by the way. The women of Jahiliyyah would wear a headscarf. Every respectable, dignified lady would cover her hair, just like in America 100 years ago. Impossible for a dignified lady. Only the peasants and the rural people without money, without education, they would be without. And the same in Arabia. Every single lady of respect and of middle class would wear a headscarf. But just like in America as well, the headscarf would be thrown back and the dresses get lower and lower. You get the point, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, no. When you wear the headscarf, cover the bosom. وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَى جُيُوبِهِنَّ. Right? So anyway, the point here, Aisha says the verses of hijab had been revealed. And by this we mean an extra layer above and beyond the khimar, above and beyond the jilbab, which is another Quranic term, right? يا أيها النبي يا قل لأزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن. That's another verse. So the khimar and jilbab is mentioned for all women. The mothers of the believers, the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, the daughters of the Prophet ﷺ, and all of the women. Khimar and jilbab. And this is what our sisters wear. For the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, there's only the hijab. Now, a reason I say this, by the way, and it's very important, I know it's not directly related. These days you will hear some modernists or progressives say, the hijab was only for the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. And this is a technically true statement that is intended for something false. This is a technically true statement. كَلِمَةُ حَقٍّ أُرِيدَ بِهَا بَاطِلٍ. It's a true statement, but something evil is intended through it. It is true, the Quranic hijab is only for the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. But what is the Quranic hijab? It is this extra layer of curtain, right? Whereas what these people try to say is that the hijab, meaning how we understand it, which is the khimar and jilbab, is only for the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. And this is wallahi foolishness that shows a complete ignorance of the Quran. It's so explicit. يا أيها النبي قل لأزواجك وبناتك ونساء المؤمنين. Tell your wives and your daughters and the believing women, يدنين عليهن من جلابيبهن. They should all cover themselves with a jilbab. This is in the Quran. The word jilbab and the word khimar as well. That all believing women, وَلْيَضْرِبْنَ بِخُمُرِهِنَّ عَلَى all believing women, including the wives of the Prophet ﷺ. And Aisha would wear a khimar, and she would wear a jilbab, but she would also have a hijab.
This lady emails, it's a really long email, about how she's read that the Quran never talks about covering the head. But she says, I read the ayah, and I read, what it says in Surah number 24, Surah An-Nur has the ayah, right? And it uses the word khimar, which is for veil. And I looked up the dictionary, and it says things like a shawl or cover, so it never ever says anything about covering the head, right? And I start thinking, is this a common confusion, or is this just this one-time email?
Yeah.
So I do a little digging, and it's actually extremely common. A lot of people think that the ayah is not talking about covering the head at all, right? So it's a really common confusion. I didn't know. So one of the things I really want to do is kind of address this in a sane way. I'm not interested in getting somebody to wear hijab. That's their decision, right? But at the end of the day, if something's being said about the Quran, we have to be honest. And what is it saying? And there are people who would like it to mean something it doesn't mean. And then there are people who are genuinely, they just don't know any better, and they're confused about the subject. So the cool thing about Arabic, right, is that for covering the head, just covering the head, there's 9 different words.
Wow.
And one of them is khimar, right? So you have, miqna'a and mighfar, and there's all these bunch of words. And that depends on if it covers the head, and if it's up to here, if it's up to here, if it's up to here. Depending on the length, each has its own kind of meaning. And in Old Arabic, the word khimar, which is used in the Quran. Now, you and I know commonly we use the word hijab.
Yeah.
Hijab is actually not a word for head cover. It's actually a word for barrier. Like a wall could be a hijab. A curtain could be a hijab.
Really?
Okay, so it just kind of got coined as hijab, but that's not the word in the Quran, nor the Arabs ever used it like that. Okay, so the word is khimar. And the cool thing about it is the word itself includes the meaning of covering the head. Like the head and then some. And it's used before Islam. The men used to have khimar too. One of the names for their turban, if it was extra long and it went down to almost middle of the belly, the men used to call it khimar too. And then it's so cool. The women had different fashions or whatever. And one of the things the women before Islam used to do is they used to have this bandana type thing that they would tie in the back with their ponytails, and it would go to the middle of their back. So they wouldn't drape it in front, they throw it behind them. That was also called a khimar. Now the Quran says they should take their khimar and throw it in front of them, before their chests. In other words, the only difference is keep the khimar, but just use it. The head cover is already included in the meaning. Just use it to cover the front also, right? And it should be a certain length. That's the meaning. And somebody argues no, but the word khimar, it just means shawl. It doesn't mean head cover, whatever. It's really cool. Are you familiar with the word khamr? You know what that means?
Is that alcohol?
Alcohol, wine. You know why it's called khamr?
No.
Because it messes with your head. Khamara blocks your judgment. Khamara literally means to cover. And it's called khamr because it, messes with your mind. It creates a block in your mind. It's almost as though your head is covered up with something when you take khamr. We're not even talking about the Islamic meaning. We're talking about Arabic itself. Back in the day, they'd see some horses are funny colors, like from the neck onwards it's white and the rest of it's brown or something like that. They would say that horse is mutakhammir. It's like it has a khimar on. Like, how are you going to explain that? As the horses don't have shawls on. It's just a length and it's covering its head and it's up to its neck and all the way down. So that's why they're calling it a khimar, So like, it's already in the language, but it's so unfortunate that when they say, okay, they should draw their veils over their chest. That's what some translations say, draw the veils over the chest. Well, a veil could be a shawl, it could be any kind of cloth. And it doesn't really include head covering, right? But the Arabic word does. And so I feel like a lot of this confusion comes because people don't pay attention enough to the original language, and how a lot of translations, they oversimplify the issue and we start coming to drastic conclusions. But I think that even if you talk about all of this, like somebody gets upset and says, who are you to tell me that I have to wear this or that? I'm not anybody to tell you anything. But what I'd like to, at least for people to know, is, okay, here's what the word is in the Quran and here's what it means and here's how we can understand it. If you think there's better evidence, if you think there's another meaning in Arabic, then maybe you should tell me about it. So, I don't know, maybe I should do a talk about that someday.
Wow. Whaatwaa family. Can y'all believe that we just learned that the word hijab does not mean covering the head? It's not a covering of the head. It's actually a barrier of the wall, bro. Are you serious? So we've been calling it hijab, but they said it's been coined for, updated, like the updated Arabic. It's like, okay, yes, hijab does mean that. But they said, like, the first coming, like the first part of the Arabic world and, the first Islamic, hijab was not the word for the head covering of the women. That is unbelievable. I did not know that. I've been saying hijab I've been saying it like crazy because I thought that was the right way. I've been learning from people. They're like, yeah, it's called hijab, but it's not really called a hijab. Like, that's, whoa, man. It just blew my mind, So basically, Whaatwaa family, hold on, my bad. Get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video. Also, if you got a video you want me to react to, get down in the comment section. Let me know, and I will get to it. Now, so basically, it's what I've been thinking about the hijab. It's not really something that women are forced to wear, that you have to wear it. If it's something that you're forced to wear, it's not a religion thing. It's more so like a government, like the country's law. It's a law. It's more so you can't mix something with religion with something that's like a law or something. You know what I'm saying? Like your country, you must wear it. Like women must be covered up or something like that. Because what is so like blowing my mind is like a lot of the Muslim women that I meet on a day-to-day. Some of them don't even wear a hijab. Then some of them do wear a hijab, and I don't know if it's appropriate for me to ask the ones that do wear it, why do you wear it, or ask the ones that don't wear it, why you don't wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to know their personal reasons. So if it's not too offensive to the Whaatwaa family, if you can you let me know why you do wear a hijab, and then let me know why you don't wear a hijab, and then let me know how, like, the law in your country or your state or wherever you live. Let me know the law over there. If it's Islamic, if it's a Islamic based country or state, let me know. Is it part of the law that women must be covered, or you don't have to be covered, or it's your preferable choice? And then for my guys, get down in the comment section. Let me know, do you prefer your woman to be covered up in a hijab, or do you prefer your woman not to be covered up in a hijab, or if you just prefer her to just make her own choices, whatever she wants to do, So for me, when it comes to my woman, mind you, I'm single, but you know what I'm saying, if I do get a Mrs. Whaatwaa, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, if I do get a Mrs. Whaatwaa, then for her, man, honestly, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, like, really, it's her choice. It is her choice. I'm just letting you know, it's her choice. It doesn't matter if she wants to be covered up. if she doesn't want to wear hijab, if she doesn't want to wear the whole barak, I forgot how you pronounce it. Oh, Whaatwaa family, I know y'all gonna roast me in the comment section, but the baraka or the baraka, I think that's what it's called, the the whole length body thing, the baraka, like the whole thing. It's her decision. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, you must wear it, or you must. Nah, man, if you want to wear it, you can wear it. If you don't want to wear it, fine. I just want her to be holy. I want her to be God-fearing. I want her to still turn up with me, you know what I'm saying? She gotta be able to say skirt, skirt, like the way I say skirt, skirt, or she can say it better, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, I just want her to be God-fearing, man. I want her to be a good, wholesome woman, you dig? So for me, it don't even matter if she wants to wear the hijab or she don't want to wear the hijab. That's her personal choice if she wants to or not. But with Whaatwaa family, get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. For my guys, let me know if you want your girl to wear it or not. For the girls, let me know why you wear it. Let me know why you don't wear it. And then let me know the rules and regulations, like the laws in your country about the whole thing with hijabs. So here in America, women that want to wear the hijab, it doesn't matter if you're Muslim. There's women that are non-Muslims, like Christians. There's some other women that I forgot what they call. Oh my God. Why did I forget this during this video? Oh my gosh. But anyways, I'll probably comment in the comment section what those group of women are called. But they wear hijabs. So here in America, it's not a law that you have to wear. It's not a law if you don't have to wear it. Because America is filled with a whole bunch of religions. Like it's so many cultures, so many backgrounds here. So there's not like a law like, oh, women must wear this, women can't wear this. I mean, well, women you have to be clothed. Like, you can just walk around naked, but So other than that, man, with Whaatwaa family, I will see y'all tomorrow. Why? Because I post videos every day. Remember, if you have not already subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and join the Whaatwaa family. We are literally the latest family on YouTube. And hey, fact that also before you leave the channel, put a like on this video. Remember, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Why? Because I'm gonna miss you. That's why. But now I will see you tomorrow. Why? Because I post videos every day. So please take care. Mwah. See y'all tomorrow. Stay safe. Whaatwaa.